Hi everyone, my name is Matt. I am 21 years old and have over 25,000 in student debt. Life would be so much easier for everyone in America without having any college debt. Everyone would be given an equal opportunity to receive a free 4-year college education. This will include all classes of society. Too many people are being left behind because they cannot afford 4-year colleges. All social classes should be given the chance to be able to study subjects that they want to learn, which will lead them to have careers that they always wanted. Also, to leave college without any debt hanging over a student and their families had after graduation will lead to stimulating our economy. It is important to understand how beneficial it would be to have a 4-year college be 100% free for everyone. In the United States, many people do not have the chance to go to 4-year colleges because they just cannot afford the tuition, especially low to middle income families. They just do not have the savings to cover their portion even after receiving financial aid. Fox Business reported that in the 2017 to 2018 school year, 51% of students dropped out of school because of the tuition and the debt that they would be left with. Another problem in America, which was reported by HuffPost, is that 70% of people are not able to get their dream jobs due to the financial situations they cannot attend college. The benefits of everyone receiving a 4-year college education from all social classes would stimulate our economy. All social classes will have more money to spend on other things that will make a bigger impact in our communities. The United States as a whole can create a better economy starting with our younger generations. The country's economy will benefit as a whole when financial burdens are taken away from the lower and middle class, and let's discuss why. The United States government should make 4-year colleges 100% free so families of all social classes are offered the same education. There are many people that cannot go to college because they simply cannot afford it. With a free 4-year education, lower income families will have a greater chance to receive an education that they would have not had originally. If we think of all of our friends we went to school with, unfortunately there is at least one who we cannot go to college, dropped out, or might have to take a break because he could not afford it that semester. Many people face the dilemma of having to hold jobs not just for the extra money, but to pay their tuition. Each year, 2 million students apply for bank loans to cover tuition, but are rejected for not having a cosigner or having bad or no credit history. A lot of families have really gotten hurt in our current economy with layoffs, which put a harder burden on paying for college tuition. There are 79% of those who are fortunate enough to go to college and say that they need to delay their graduation date because they cannot afford a semester. Student debt is the second highest category behind mortgage debt. Ohio State News reported 3 to 10 students lessen the amount of classes on their schedules because of the cost, and 16% of them took a break from school altogether. Financially, the lower and middle classes of society will never get ahead if things do not change. If everyone had a free tuition to a 4-year college, it would provide the opportunity to study for a profession to obtain their dream career. As we all went through grade school, we've been asked to list careers we wanted when we got older. Many of us listed doctors, lawyers, major league athletes, or even an astronaut because we thought we could be anything we wanted to be. As it became closer to high school graduation, it became clear that even going to college may not even be attainable. Not because we cannot get in, but due to the lack of finance. In 2020, Bloomberg reported that well-paying jobs require post-secondary education. It also reported community colleges mostly provide training for middle-skilled jobs which only pay middle-class wages. If everyone was granted a 4-year free education, the lower and middle class will not be deemed to have a certain education and be able to study for the careers that will give them success and financially secure futures. This will create more options for the future and will not force recent graduates to accept low-paying jobs to simply start off paying their student debt. With everyone receiving a free education to the 4-year college, it will lead for a more stimulating economy. When we think about what the future holds after graduation, the stress of debt should not be what we're thinking about. For most of the graduates, this is the reality. It means rather than starting a new chapter of their life, they have to move back to their parents, find a job really fast because the loan payments will start soon. So having a free college education can change how graduates see as their future. They will see it being debt free, they can live on their own, and will lead to them to stimulate the economy. Think about how this will also affect the student's family because they will not have to stress having to help them pay off the debt. This will lead for more money to spend on our economy. On the website Make It, 51% of young Americans support tuition-free public colleges. A famous philosopher named Laozi said about education, "Give a man a fish, he will eat it for a day. Teach a man to fish, he will eat for a lifetime." This allows all students the chance for a free four-year college education, and it will give them the skills they need to succeed in the future. In conclusion, it is important that a four-year college should be free for everyone. This will give all classes the same chance to get the education needed so they can be financially secure in their future. Most people would be able to obtain their dream jobs without debt and will spend more on their communities, leading to stimulating in our economy. I am 21 years old, and I'm getting close to graduation and have my own debt, and I will not lie if I'm telling you I'm not stressed. This does put new stress on me because I'm pressured in finding any job to pay down my student loan. What scares me is if I do not make enough, I will have to look to my parents for some sort of financial support. Like many other people that have student debts, I hope I will not be stuck in a job I hate because of student debt. The government could make this economy boom by taking this stress off of everyone's financial struggles. This will cause a wave effect because it will start giving people the freedom starting at a younger generations, which will pour out to their families because they don't have to worry about any of the debt, and it will give more money in everyone's pockets to give back to their communities. Also, it will give small and big companies more of a surplus in their businesses. It will be nice not having to have a segregation of the social classes as well. Changing this one thing can make America's people smarter, richer, and happier.